back at the beautiful 26T Studios.
Not the studios.
Oh,
the actual 26T.
Look at that.
We're outside this week.
Yep, finally made it outside. Beautiful day. You'll see some golfers coming by, but that's hence the name, the 26T Studios. Hope you enjoy the view, boys. Hey, welcome back to Mulligans Island. I'm Gags.
And I'm Dunsey.
Welcome back, Mike. It seems like it's been forever. I mean,
we're really sorry, guys. I mean, we've wanted to do one every week, and stuff keeps coming up. We had the BMO, we had the dry run, we had the U of M golf thing. We've had jobs that got messed up. We've had injuries. We've had just Mike, thing after another.
Mike, stop. This isn't a Michigan State University football post-game interview. Quit making excuses. Sometimes you just have to step up to the mic and go, we messed up. It's our fault, but we're back now.
We're back.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
Oh, Mike. Even though it was a rainy day and some bad weather, but we got most of the guys got the round in.
And we have champions.
Especially the champions. And congratulations to Mark and Fred on,
coming from way behind.
Overcoming the odds. And it's still a good season for Mike and Andy. But
but you know what?
This is your trophy, Mike and Andy.
Mike and Andy, you won it the first 2 years of its existence. Man. You jumped up to win it all last year, so you didn't have to take this one, and guess what?
It's all yours,
yours
baby.
Again.
All right. Well, that brings us back to Fred and Mark, and they did a marvelous job.
They did a great job.
They were a sleeper. They were like a horse coming around the turn at the Kentucky Derby in about 8th and 9th place, and then just found their stride.
They had a 5-point lead going into the last week, and played Mike and Andy head-to-head and beat them 22-18.
22-18.
They did what was necessary, and congratulations to our new champions. From what I understand, and we'll confirm this at the year-end outing, but this is Mark's 6th time getting his name on the Sam Hudson Trophy. So
how about
way to go, Mark.
Fred, how many? Is this his debut?
Fred, I don't know. First or second. I think Fred and Mark won it one other time.
Yeah, we'll look into that and get back to you on the year out on him. And great job, guys.
Great job. And congratulations to John Birchler and Scott Kapler for coming in the top placement that you can come in without getting an award. Third place.
Yeah, third.
Congratulations on that mythical bronze medal.
Second loser. Yep.
Yeah, second loser. They beat O'Neill and Yaquinto pretty badly in the position round to, cement that third place.
Right.
O'Neill and Yaquinto ended up 4th, and Wardle rounded out the top 5.
They used to be past champions. They had a little run there.
It's why we made this trophy. Remember? Right. It was the F. Waite and Ward trophy because nobody thought they could ever be beat. You haven't won since we made this.
Yeah. Hello.
But anyway, top 5. Good for you guys.
Top 5, yeah. 4th or 5th loser. Yep.
Ellenwood Krucher came in 6th. Dozie Morano 7th, as opposed to 17th like last year.
Right. Big improvement. Yep.
Bonder and Sarabian in 8th. Brunk and Miller in 9th. And a tie for 10th place. Sinagra Stella and English Fry. Yeah, 1 point behind him, Rapson and Scheibe.
Still haven't matched Gagliard Horton yet.
We played Johnson, Eldon and Rusty 2 weeks in a row. We played him the last week of the season. No, we didn't because I was gone that week. But we played him the last time I played. Then I went to BMO, came back, played him in the position round. They beat us one time, tied us the other.
Right.
They got 13th place.
Not bad for your final run around the course there, Rusty.
1 point behind them, Gagliard and Horton. We got 14th place.
So we were 13th loser.
And Bartnicki and Dunn, 17th place, 1 point behind the Daves.
Yeah. Mike, help me here a little bit. When was the last week that you guys actually won your match? Do you remember?
We won our match on June 19th And we beat the current champions, Baldwin and Hill.
Exactly. And then after that, they
And
took that personal, by the way.
They did take it personally, and it took everything out of us because we have not won a match since June 19th.
Oh, for the rest of the year, by the way.
Yeah.
Tie.
A couple ties.
It's like kissing your sister, but
I know.
It's not the same.
Unbelievable.
Like the Lions, they tied. It don't matter. No one cares. Well, we talked about the championship match, but there was some other matches out there. The weather just looked threatening, and some folks, cut it short. It's a long way from the clubhouse and safety, but Mike, give us a rundown of some of the matches that did get completed.
So as we told you, Baldwin Hill won 22-18 in their championship match over Florio and Mundros. Birchler and Kapler beat O'Neill and Yaquinto 25-15. Pat O'Neill is not really all that upset, as he was really in the money this week with the Skins. We'll get to that later. Pathhouse and Radgens beat Boss and Poorman 28-7. Now, Poorman was a no-show, so that lent itself to that. That loss of Boss and Poorman really was the
beatdown of the week.
Oh, man. 28-7. 7 points? That's really bad.
Oh, just think if Gagliard Horton would have finished their match, how many that we might have been the beatdown.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we tapped out so we wouldn't get the beatdown of the week award. But
we didn't finish our match either.
Oh,
there was several people who decided, when you're playing for 17th place, it doesn't matter if you play the 9th hole.
Yep.
Really?
The hotly contested 17th place.
That's right.
Mike, par didn't mean anything last week. Net par just took a beating. How many?
21. 21 players out of 44. Actually, when you think there was 2 players that didn't even play, so that's 21 players out of 42.
And some of us didn't finish. That's why I finished below par.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sort of.
Gross
scores. Doug Ward shot the best score of the week. A real solid 34, 1 under. Congratulations, Dougie.
What?
Mike Florio shot 35. Dozy and Jeff Ellenwood shot 36. Wade 37, and Larry English shot 40. Nice job.
Attaboy.
So that's your 40 and under real scores. But net scores, 21 players were net par or better, led by, of all people, John Filios. John Filios shot a net 27.
Oh, get out of here.
I know it. Cliff Bracey, another sub, shot net 28.
Ruled. Subs ruled.
Dave Thomas, one of the Daves,
DT.
shot net 28.
Way to go, DT.
Mark Dosey shot net 30, and then there's a whole bunch of people who let it run on the screen.
Right.
Congratulations to everybody that shot net par or better.
A little sub note on Dozy. Ask him to see his wound from a golf course. That's another story. Just
we'll
say,
bring
Mark,
that up a little later in the dilemma.
Yeah. All right, dilemma. All right.
Also, when we're talking scores, we always talk about the guy who had the worst net score of the week, known as
Hacker of the Week.
That's right.
Who is it, Mikey?
Frank Yaquinto.
Oh, jeez.
Mr. Restaurant.
Oh, Mr. Restaurant.
Mr. Restaurant shot a
like
net 42.
Ooh, take the meal back. Not any good.
54 gross for a net 42.
Don't like what you're feeding me, Lucy.
But Frank, you're the last hacker of the week for 2019.
What an honor.
But we haven't had a couple of Mulligans Islands for the last few weeks, and I hate to see the feat of Ron Fry go unrewarded. 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago, Ron Fry was back-to-back Hacker of the Week.
Back-to-back?
The first time we've ever had back-to-back Hacker
Ronnie,
of the Week.
You went from that hole in one, we thought things were moving, baby. And then you just took a dump.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It's over. You're over it. You didn't finish the year as Hacker of the Week. Honor went to Mr. Restaurant. Well, on Saturday, Mr. Birchler was kind enough to invite a few people out to go play golf over at the Golden. Mm-hmm. And that brings us to our dilemma of the week. Mike, go ahead and tell us what happened for the dilemma.
We were on the second hole.
Irrelevant. Doesn't matter.
And Mark Dozy hit his drive over to the left where the little trees are. They're trees like this one behind us. They're not that big a deal. They're only about this big around, whatever.
Should be able to get by it.
Mark was hitting his approach shot to the green, and he hit the tree dead center It flew back and hit him right in the gut.
Right there.
I heard it, and I wasn't looking at him, and I turned around and said, "What was that?" Because it was this smack. And he was bent over, and I wasn't sure where he got hurt or hit, and it took him a little bit of recovery. We finished our approach shots, got up on the green. He pulled his shirt up, and he had a big bruise, this big, purple already, and this is like 5 minutes later.
Right.
I can't even admit it's probably this big now.
Right.
But
now that brings me to my point, Mike.
Yeah.
Did he take the appropriate penalty for getting hit by the ball?
well, the question was, what happens if you get hit by your own ball?
Right.
That's a question nobody's ever asked.
Right.
I don't think so.
We'll be back in a little bit, and we'll get you to the answer.
In the Sheeny pool, Pat O'Neill
Patty.
got his skin on hole number 1. I don't know why John has all this extra money, but it ended
weird.
up being worth $55.
Counting problem there.
Yeah.
Somewhere along.
Warren Radjan's got a skin on number 2 and on number 5.
There you go, B-Dub.
The one on number 2 was worth $53.
Wait, wasn't the first one 55?
Yeah.
How did it go down to?
Because of handicap and this and that, and there was an admin fee on the Sheeny pool. Anyway,
Oh,
and then Radjan's got
It's like
another skin
politics.
on number 5 worth $99.
55 times.
So $140, $152 is what Radjan's won yesterday. He said he knew he was out of the running for, any placement in the league, but he says he was just out to get money. Pat O'Neill was the top Sheeny pool winner of the year. $415.
Jeez, just to think all he would have had to do is buy me one beer and we'd have made a bigger deal out of it.
If he'd got $5 more, he would have been able to pay for 7 seasons of Sheeny pool.
We're going to get to that answer of the dilemma. If you remember correctly, Doze drilled himself in the belly.
Yeah, in the belly.
With the shot off the tree, a little billiards action, and he proceeded to finish the hole. But one thing he didn't do is check the ruling on it. Mike, what's the ruling if you hit yourself with the ball?
Well, Mr. Birchler was quick to pull out the rule book.
Oh, those damn smartphones.
He's always checking stuff. And as it turns out, if you interfere with your own ball, it's a 1-stroke penalty.
Oh, no.
And it was like, talk about adding insult to injury.
So
He's got a big bruise, and he has to take a stroke.
and he signed an incorrect scorecard because he didn't take a penalty, correct?
No, actually, he did take the
Oh, he
penalty
took the
once he
penalty.
was told that he had to.
All right. Well, lesson to be learned.
Yeah.
Get up out of the way. All right, back to what used to be the only admin pool, right?
Right.
Now we got the Wardo.
The Wardo pool.
Yeah.
There was 9 players in the non-handicapped skins pool. The only one to get a skin was Mr. Florio on number 8. $45 to him. No admin fee. It all worked out great. Just the way it should, Mr. Morano.
Well, Mike, one of the best values we have all year is the year-end outing, which is coming up next Wednesday.
Yes.
That's 9:25.
9:25.
Go ahead with a few of the details there.
All right, so the first tee time is 11:04. We'd like you guys to try to be there by like 10:30.
Right.
So that we can get everybody organized. The carts will be pre-assigned. They will have your number, your name and your partner's name on the cart. These are going to be 2-man teams, but you will be playing in foursomes. I am going to send out rules. I'm going to send out the tee times and your partners so everybody knows who you're with.
Right.
If you haven't paid me, make sure you bring your money because we do have to pay the course that day.
Mm-hmm.
There is no refunds. The course, we had to commit to 48 players, which is how many we have. So if you don't show, you ain't getting your money back because we had to pay for you.
Yeah, and we're going to go off the hills and the woods
Hills in the woods.
so that we can get back in and enjoy a nice meal and some cocktails.
There'll be 6 tee times off the hills, 6 times off the woods. The last tee time on each would be 11:44, I believe. So hopefully by 4:44, everybody's in.
We should be in and have a nice
3-hour
dinner, 3-hour
open
tour
bar.
in the bar and say our goodbyes and talk about next year.
That's right.
Well, that does it for this week's edition of Mulligans Island. We want to thank you for viewing all year, putting up with our problems and our mistakes, and it was a heck of a learning year, and
It was.
just enjoyed the heck out of it. We got some plans for next year, so try to make it a little, a little better every year.
Change it up a little bit.
Yeah. We're also going to sound out a little something for the year-end outing and a recap of the year and maybe a behind-the-scenes video. I'm Gags.
And I'm Dunsey. And remember, many a golfer prefers a golf cart to a caddy. And that's because the cart can't count, it can't criticize, and it never laughs. Have a great year. We'll see you at the YEL.